Yar, matey, Jesse. How are you with your pirate lingo? We're not even pirates. Why did I start with pirate? We're fisher people.
Fishermen, pirates, we're all the same, aren't we?
Exactly.
We've all got hooks for hands and commit crimes on the water.
Exactly. I don't know. Well, I guess the only crime I'm committing here in Dredge, a game that is not out yet. It's out in a couple of weeks' time. But we've been lucky enough to get early access code to. The only crime I'm doing is a crime against fish, I guess. The crime.
Fishmanity.
Fishmanity, exactly.
Yeah.
Catching all these fish. Look at these little fellas with their weird bendy bodies. Having to.
That's every cod I've ever seen has looked like that. I don't know why you're surprised to see this.
They're all. They just can't fly. They've all terrible backs. They've got. They need to get some of those expensive gamer chairs, I think.
Yeah.
This is Dredge. If you've been listening to the podcast for the past couple of weeks, you know that Dredge is a game that we all seem to love. I've completed it. Jesse, you've completed it, right?
Yes, sir.
Like that. So my boat is probably more equipped than you will see until later in the game. But we're going to be spoiler free on this one because there's a big old world in Dredge, and there's a lot of things to explore about it. But it is a game that I absolutely love. It's one of my favorite games I've played in recent memory. I burned through it like a pig through warm strawberries, and I just wanted to spend a bit of time to talk about it. So I guess what should we do, Jesse? What's the most important mechanical aspect do you think of Dredge?
Well, I mean, you've done most of the things that I think kind of stand out about Dredge immediately gameplay-wise, right? A lot of what you're doing is fishing and also playing sort of inventory Tetris here with your collection of fish and items and different things that you find along the way.
Look at his big lad.
It's funny. Look at him. He's a big little round guy. Yeah, I think the thing about Dredge that I find so interesting is just how like calm and serene it is until it's not.
You're exactly. We were talking about it on the podcast earlier. It's kind of a chill game, but in case it's not obvious enough from some of the art around this game, is that in sort of pure Silent Hill fashion, once nighttime rolls in, this game turns into sort of a bit of a Lovecraftian situation, shall we say?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're basically
it's creepy.
Sorry, go on. Yeah, it is. And the way it does it is kind of like even the music now is playing is so like relaxing and cool and beautiful. Basically, what you're doing in Dredge is there's a little village over here. We can go over there, and that'll sort of explain the other half of this game. So there's all these ports that you can go to, and basically sell your wares. And the loop in terms of I don't know what unlocks and all that sort of stuff comes from selling stuff to, for instance, this fishmonger man. I'm going to sell all my fish for 148. That's actually quite a decent amount.
Wow.
And then by going to folks like the shipwright to get new equipment, like for instance rods or engines or nets or lights, and then you use these to upgrade your ship, which some of which gives you sort of active bonuses, like you can now fish in, for instance, my the rod I have here allows me to get mangrove and coastal fishes, which is quite handy. And this thing here allows me to get some other ones as well. So you have to sort of like balance that. But then there's also passive things, like later on, for instance, you'll get this troll net, which will allow you to sort of passively collect fish while you're going as well. Here's a bunch of other things that I've collected on my way that I have in storage, which is very handy in this. There's sort of like a... what do you call it again? There's a word. It's like a hyperspace arsenal or something, is when you're able to just store things in the middle of nowhere. That's like a video game term, I think. So you have this sort of ability to have all this like extra bits and bobs that you can use for quests, or there's like missions you go on with people. You can meet people in the town. Like, here's the lighthouse keeper. Let's talk to her. I'm sure she has... She's great. Nothing bad to say. And you can do like these little missions for them, and they have to like bring something to the other town, or could you go get me this weird fish that for some reason has one all-seeing eye? And you're like, I guess there's nothing.
It sings you a song and whispers you evil
exactly
messages
right.
into your ear as you're on the water. It's very creepy. It's very fun. I think there's something about Dredge that just like captures that sort of Animal Crossing vibe. I think right away one of the first things that happens is once you get to that town that Danny was just at there, the mayor offers to give you a better boat, and like he's like, yeah, give me $150 back, like he Tom Nooks you. He's like,
he does. You're
here's
totally
your loan,
right.
pay me back.
I forgot
so
about
you have
that.
this like encouragement to actually go fishing. Because the question I was asking myself for the first like 30 minutes of this game is, why am I catching fish?
Totally.
What's the purpose for this, right? And they give you a small one, and it's just enough work you have to do to collect all these fish, to sort of collect resources, get money. That's what we're all trying to do in this world, is collect that bread and collect the fish.
And I think I was talking to Jeremy about it earlier, and I think what happens then is the story hooks get their fingers in, and then also all the just like interesting mechanical stuff that happen. Like for instance, it just turned 6 o'clock, and you may have noticed some of the fish disappeared, and some other fish are now available because the nighttime fish come out. Also, I collected a 3-headed cod a second ago over here.
Yeah, look at, oh man,
which freaked me out a little bit. Get some squid
like
here. Look at this, collect all these squids. So some of these, you have to sort of unlock the better reels and all that sort of stuff. But look, it's getting, we're getting dark now.
Oh goodness.
So thankfully we have this massive lighthouse up there, which really points you back to this first town. But let's stay out in the water a little while and just kind of see.
I think that lighthouse, they do a really good design of, by the way. Like, whenever you make sort of like a game like this where you're going kind of far away from your starting point, because the map is actually quite large. It seems kind of small, I think, immediately, but once you play more of it, you actually are going quite far. But the lighthouse is like just tall enough that no matter where, almost no matter where you are, you can see it. Which is great.
Did you hear that, by the way? Oh, no, I don't think you can hear the sound. I did my beep honk, and I heard someone else honk.
Did someone honk back?
Yeah, sometimes.
Spooky.
Sometimes some spooky stuff happens at nighttime. Also, I've had it happen before as well, where like new rocks have appeared, which is freaky.
Yeah.
Because
so the game also has a sanity meter that sort of plays into it in that sort of Lovecraftian way. The longer you fish at night, there's like random things that can happen. You see that kind of red glow over there. It can impact your sanity levels, and
I'll turn my light off.
That can make,
see if that helps.
Yeah. Ooh, that'll make it definitely insane.
Yeah, that's gonna mess with my sanity levels a little bit. Yeah, exactly. And then you start to see stuff, and sleep is an important thing. They're always saying like you should probably get some sleep. I think this thing's gonna freak me out. Yeah. Oh boy. And then the sort of risk reward, is that island new? Am I crazy? No. The other thing that happens sometimes is that if you crash, which I'm gonna do some. What's this over here? The stone hums quietly, sending ripples through the air around it. Faint shape dance upon its surface, vanishing before your eyes can focus on it. Place your hand on the stone. It does not respond to your touch. So there's a lot of that sort of stuff where you're like, all right, okay.
What does that mean?
Guess I'll come back here. Weird stone. So crashing into things is bad, like this. So when I did that, what did I lose? This X happened. So there was a cod there.
Did you lost your cod?
I lost that cod. I didn't lose the 3-headed cod. That's the most important thing. That's the most.
Right.
They are fresh, by the way. You can run out of. They can go rotten and stuff. If you don't get to a port fast enough. But there are also some weird people who sometimes like rotten fish. You got to just hang on to the fish before you give it back to them. But if this damage had happened on another part of my ship, like the trawl net, here, let's ram in again. I got plenty of money. I really don't want to lose that 3-headed cod. That's the issue.
Right.
So here, okay.
$800 thing.
So it stopped me being able to use this fishing rod, because it damaged that part of the boat. So it's kind of cool. Like it gives you these. Is that a spooky rock? I can't tell. It kind of creates these scenarios where, like, you can. I think that I don't know if that rock was always there. Where you can accidentally sort of really put yourself in a bad spot. When it comes to like, my ship can't go fast enough now, so I can't get out of Dodge. How much am I getting? $74 for this 3-headed cod? Sure, let's do it. Gotta fix my ship while I'm here. There's also the dry dock, which is where all the upgrades are, but I've upgraded everything because I played the shit out of this game. Exactly, yeah. Tech tree. Yeah, there's a separate one as well. Exactly. I don't want to show that stuff just because it's a little bit, spoilery when it comes to the equipment you get in the game. But I think there's a lot of, like, for instance, I'll show you the trawl net, for instance. Like, the trawl net is a cool little thing that you can just kind of stick out there. And then that'll collect some fish.
Yeah, you're just going through the water, you get some free automatic fish.
Exactly.
Great way to get up your currency, get up your stock.
Passively. But I think we've done enough for today. Let's get back to dock and maybe we'll go on a little adventure. Because the other thing about this, we talked a bit about this today on the podcast too, was that it's kind of it's very, I hate saying it's like Breath of the Wild, right? But it's kind of a bit Breath of the Wild-y. And also obviously a little bit Wind Waker-y, because the whole...
Oh, very,
boat thing, but you're going to a lot of different islands and stuff like that. So let's go to a different...
Gorgeous, by the way. Look at that beautiful sunrise.
It's great. I've not played this. This is the first time I've played it on a proper PC. It's coming out on apparently everything. It's PS4, PS5, Switch, PC. Got a little fish there. I played it on Steam Deck entirely. Oh, and Xbox as well. You're right. Yeah, Xbox as well.
Okay, all right.
The whole shebang. Oh, look, I'm going to get a good one. Trophy caught.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, there you go.
That'll be worth a little bit more. Woo. I'll be happy for that. Actually, let me use the bait. I like using the bait. It's a little bit of a late game thing, but I find it funny because you get fucked up fish. You kind of get weird fish. It kind of just gives you random stuff. So what we got? Blue mackerel. Look at this guy. Oh, I messed it up, did I? No, great eel. I got another trophy one. This is awesome.
Beauty.
Wow, all these trophy ones.
Yeah.
Trophy.
Another one.
What was that one called? A black grouper.
Ooh.
Yo, you want to see my Fishipedia?
Yes.
Or whatever it's called. I'm not quite sure.
Is it full? Did you catch them all?
Oh, look, my net. My net has one of those guys in it too. It's a big net. I haven't caught them all, but I have a lot. I have a lot of different fish.
Wow.
Look at all these fish I caught.
I know we're not spoiling anything. There's a page near the end of this that is like, if you go to it before you get to that area, you're like, wait, what do you mean?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, exactly. Like you said, there's like the different areas are fun to go to because you like collect cool stuff. Like for instance, we can dredge things here. Eventually, you get this piece of tech. You know, all these mini games to basically like try and get this stuff, but this is where you can get like equipment, and you can use that equipment. Like here's a bolt of cloth. You use this for the upgrade system. So it's just like a super tight loop. I couldn't put it down, Jesse, like because I kept like going, oh, I'm just gonna go out and get some more scrap or get some more fish or whatever. Did you have that experience?
No, exactly. Same way. Like the first time I started playing it, I was immediately like, my boat is too slow. I need to go faster. So I'm like, okay, I'll get the resources to do that. And upon realizing how you get more resources, how you get more money, you start adventuring around a little more, and stories start opening up. There's characters to meet. There's like random things that will happen from time to time. You'll see a boat in the distance, and you go to check it out, and it's like, what? Like it just blows your mind. There's so many surprising moments at the beginning, and then like you're saying, when you're sort of starting to do the upgrade loop, and when you start collecting things, like you get the crab pots you've got there, that give you this whole new way of gaining resources while you're out doing things, because you can place those wherever, and the crab pots will start collecting crabs in them, and you can just come by and just pick up more, and then you've got more money, and you can go back, and it's just like constantly feeding in on itself of like, you can upgrade things, resources are easy to find, and fishing takes like 2 seconds. It's over immediately, right? You go over, you press X 3 times, and you move on. It's great.
You just reminded me that I left my crab pot somewhere, and I can't remember where they are.
Dude, all of mine are full of dead crabs at this point.
I was like, where are my crab pots? I'm gonna open the map. The map is always the same when you start, but obviously I've got unlocked some of the named areas, but I'm just going to go down to this area down here, which is one of the first, because there's all these different areas. They have a slightly different, like, well, exactly. We'll speak vaguely, but each little biome has like its own thing going on. It looks a bit different. It has a kind of central threat that's different. It's got its own quests and characters. You know, all these towns of these little people you can talk to and stuff, and then there's this lady here I'm a big fan of, because she's got like a sort of floating bazaar that you can use in areas of the map that maybe don't have as many people living in them. Let me see if I can sell. I got some fish from her.
She got a great hat.
I think she sells crab pots. Let's buy one of these. And then you can get like, you just end up having these weird situations where you get like the weirdness at nighttime and the weirdness of this game. Like sometimes you get like weird crab pots that kind of work different. Like you find weird
that
fish.
Collect different kinds of crabs.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Strange things. And it's very like, you know, it's very like Shadows over Innsmouth. It's very you know, Lovecraftian and freakish and weird.
I think you're going to come up on something here.
It might do, actually.
That's kind of cool.
Depends. We'll see.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of like exploring and trying to make sure you're, you know, the threat of this world is slightly dampened by the fact that I've already done a lot of this, so I kind of know.
But look at that. You almost just smacked into that little rock there, right? Like you have all these upgrades. You've kind of reached the end of the game. Maneuvering your boat in tight spaces is still really challenging.
What was that noise?
Kind of never stops being tough.
Oh, there's an eye. There's an eye.
Oh, no.
Get the
oh, boy.
Get out of here.
Oh, get out of there.
Oh, what's this? What's this, though? Oh,
Dude, did you go in that waterfall?
I did, yeah. I did. Oh, shit. Oh, no, what happened?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, he broke my... Wait, what did he break?
Your engine. Your peculiar engine.
Oh, sugar.
It's just one of the weaker ones.
I'm going a bit crazy here, too.
Oh, boy.
Let's get out of there. I thought it was a freaky fish. Some of the fish ones that have, like, the weird little... oh, what the fuck? Oh, my light just broke.
Oh, yeah. Have you never had that happen when your sanity goes too high?
Oh, is that what happens? It's when your sanity goes high, it happens?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Or low, I guess.
So I got my... Oh, he broke my tiny little motor out here.
Yeah.
That's not so bad. And then that one. I got my fish. Blackmouth salmon. It's probably not...
Still got your bolt of cloth or whatever. You're set.
There's the lighthouse as well. You can still see it all the way over here. What's this?
Great.
It's just a buoy. Just a little buoy.
Yeah.
Let me do the horn again and see if anyone comes up. Look at my eye freaking around in the back at the top of the screen. Just like, what the fuck's going on, man? So, yeah, you can always go to the port, basically, and it'll reset all that. And you can just hit the rest button. It'll go all the way to 6 a.m., I think. Yeah. Basically sunrise, and then you're kind of good to go again. So it's fun. It's like you're basically taking these little day excursions, and then, you know, you're checking in. Your boat gets full up with fish, basically, and you can't have any more, and you got to go back. You got to check your crab pots. Got one crab here. I'll let that thing keep filling up. These crab pots are, you know, they start out, they're much smaller. There's other environmental sort of puzzles and story puzzles you get to, like... I would say that the game is pretty compact. I don't know how long... I think I was 90 in-game days by the time I was finished. Yeah. So I feel like I mainlined it in like 4 evenings, but I was staying up until 2 in the morning. I could not put this thing down. So I don't know how long the game is. It's only $25. Do you have any idea how long it took you? Was it like a 12, 14 hours maybe?
I feel like 14 feels right.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like it was short.
About 10 and a half, but it felt longer, but not in a bad way. Like, I felt like I was just so engrossed in this world, I couldn't stop adventuring and seeing things. And one point I want to make about the inventory, because you do have to do a little bit of inventory Tetris. All of the fish are like different shapes, right?
Yes.
You've got a huge inventory there because you've
this
got
is
sort
exactly
of like the end game haul.
This does not happen. When you're. I will say apology. I only had an end game save or the start of the game. Because I only had one save file going. So I was like, well, I don't want to show the start of the game because it's a lot of like teaching you all these mechanics. But yeah, sorry, to your point, that Tetris game is a lot more difficult, right?
Yeah, it's like you have to make some serious choices, especially once you go further away, or even when you get to a new area for the first time, because like characters will ask you, I need a certain item before I can give you this thing, before you know, they're kind of Tom Sawyering your way through a quest.
Yeah.
And you have to, I need this thing, give me this, and this guy needs this thing to give me the thing for the thing. So there's a lot of things. And
those fish are
if
tiny.
you don't have the space for it, you're tough. Like you're fighting for it. Yeah, the little one square fish are always nice.
I'm trying to find a big area. I'm trying to find big fish so I can demonstrate what you're talking about. And I keep finding these tiny. I gotta find one that's got like that. Oh, here we go. This is a good one.
You're finding the Resident Evil 4 eggs.
Exactly. Look at that guy. A wrapped shark.
Oh, there we go. See, funny little shape. Doesn't make any sense. Where does it go?
I love the little. Yeah, exactly. It's a weird shape. I gotta put it there or something. The biggest ones, I feel like,
wrap shark.
It took me a while to like get them, like oceanic fish, I guess. So I think it was like sharks are pretty big. Let's look around for some big sharks here.
Yeah, there's some later that are like F shapes. It's so bizarre, but it's fun. Like there's something enjoyable about it. And then there are these sort of challenges you can stumble upon if you're exploring enough.
And people like there's a little camp over there. You know, you kind of bump into.
Oh, I don't think I've even seen that. What is that?
Ooh, dolphins.
Don't go over there. It's spoiled.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like a lot. I'm kind of. It's one of these. This is a real like. Trust us. Just this game's great. You should. You should play this game. Yeah. And here's some cool stuff you can do in it, but like. Really, you should just play this game for yourself. Like, go check it out. The vibe with the like sort of games press people, who like some of them figured out that I was playing this game or like jumped in my DMs and were like, "Yo, this game's fucking cool, right?" Like the general vibe. Like, and you were saying the same thing. You completed it before any of us. That sort of general vibe of like, oh, this is a game people are going to be talking about a little bit in a couple of weeks.
Oh, totally. Yeah, I think the first 4 or 5 hours of this game are just going to be exactly what the kind of person who wants to play this game is going to get.
Collapsed
perfect.
viper fish.
Oh, what is that?
That's a new one. I'm not seeing that one
That's
before.
grody.
It's very gross. So as you can see, I'm kind of filling up here a little bit.
I love the descriptions of the weird fish, by the way. Can you hop back in there? Just take a look at the corrupted whatever the hell you got.
Not right now. I got spooky.
Come on,
spooky
you're just
things.
going insane. Just let it happen.
Where is it? It said, "A rejection of the light or a return to the ways of the deep."
Like,
what is this?
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of like, oh, what's going on over here? Is that the campsite from earlier? It is, but it looks like. Oh, I guess the light's there just to like let you know to come this way or whatever.
Right.
A lot of interesting characters in this world as well. Like, it starts off very like Innsmouthy, as we said, but it definitely. Oh, I hear a ship. Do you see that ship over there?
Oh yeah.
Freaking me out. Let me do the horn back to it. I like to play chicken with the ships. Oh, is it turning? Turn off my light. I don't like the ships. Those ships freak me out. Look at it over there. Freaking me out. Yeah, it's funny. It's like what I like about it is that like you can sort of survive a little bit in the nighttime stuff, and it really like it's like that whole thing of, and I'm sure this is a very like fisherman thing of like, oh, we'll just stay out another couple of hours. You know what I mean? Like the big catch is just around the corner. The like risk reward, and then suddenly everything goes wrong and you're like panicking and quickly trying to find
smashing into rocks you can't see that are appearing out of the darkness.
Yeah. And it's not that it's a difficult game. Like I didn't find it a difficult game.
Not at all.
But it was like there was just enough threat and spookiness that I always felt like I had to have my eyes open. Like sometimes you'd like get a little bit lackadaisical and then it would kind of bite you back. But what I liked about this is actually, funnily enough, kind of what I liked about Tinykin. It's just such a Moorish game. Like you can just keep. It's hard. It's a hard game to put down. Just the tactile gameplay loop or whatever. It's just a lot of fun. I think. Look, I'm in trouble now. I can't.
Oh, see, now what do you do?
I gotta get rid of the
you're all fished up.
stonefish or the viper fish,
What are you gonna
man.
do here?
Why can't I put this on my net?
Can you? Oh no,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
you
discard it. So I better go. Let's see if there's any quests here. I'm not sure if I think I did all the quests. The other thing is, after I completed this game, I basically like went through everything. Like I went back and done loads of other quests. I haven't 100% in the game yet, but I'm
No,
I'm
but
well-
you've got
I'm well
like
on my way.
the end game things. I saw them a little earlier. You've got almost what you need, which is very cool.
Yeah, and you can just load up afterwards. After you've done the final thing that happens in the game, you know, it saves right before it, so you can just like keep playing kind of thing. So I will say the ending is let's not talk about that, I guess. But it's not like it's not a game you play for the
I know what
ending.
you're thinking. I agree.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but
whatever.
$300. That's not bad. Can I sell some of this
for the
shit?
fish, not for the game.
I don't need any. No, the game is not $300.
Deluxe edition.
Okay, I'm gonna sell some of this stuff because I don't need it anymore. Sell. These are little upgrade research parts. Oh, they're worth a pretty penny. Look at that.
Oh, I've never sold them. Yeah.
No, exactly. I always use
that's
them,
pretty decent.
but I don't need them anymore. I've already done it all. So there's that, and I guess I should get her to repair the boat. There you go.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Nice.
Yeah. So I guess that's it. That's Dredge. We want to do something on Dredge. I don't want to do overly something big on Dredge because the game's not out yet, and I don't want to spoil it or anything. But yeah, 2 thumbs up from us, right?
Yeah, 4 really. It's a good time. I'm very happy with it. I think I don't know. I think it's one of my favorite. It's definitely one of my favorite games of the year so far. Gorgeous, fun loop. Yeah, like the Lay's potato chips of gaming. You know I love those. One pop can't stop, baby. That's
Pringles.
It's all the potato chips. We love it.
All right, I'm gonna try and get one big fish here. Let's see if we get this.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm with you.
Get a shark.
This feels like a absolute. Oh, look at that guy, bronze whaler.
Yeah.
Look at a weird shape.
See, there's a funny one.
And these parts I have to have them where they are because that's where the lights go, which I like that whole. Oh, there, it fits in right there. Yeah, I'm with you. This is like we will have to have an insane year for this not to be in my like top 10 of 2023. It's super
easily
super good, very cool game. Made by a studio in New Zealand, which is neat. We don't. Not too many studios down there. And yeah, coming to everything, so no excuse. $25. All right, that's it. Dredge, check it out. Yar, Jesse.
Yar, matey, we were on the waters.